Welcome back to the MLG Season 1 League Playoffs live here at PAX. We're at the Turtle Beach booth moving into map number 4 between Strictly Business and Curse Las Vegas. It's going to be Sovereign Domination.
Yes, it is. Now, we've seen Curse LV fall short, Strike Zone. I don't know how they're going to perform on Sovereign. Actually, didn't they beat Envy on this map? Yes, they did.
Might have.
LV, they won the first side, but Envy almost brought it back. I think they had a 6-point advantage, and Envy got very, very close. But they just couldn't pull it out yesterday. So Curse LV is very familiar with how to play this as a team. You know, they have Mud Dog coming in for Killa like they had at regionals. So it's going to be really interesting to see if they can pull off the same upset like they did versus Envy and do the same thing to SB.
Yeah, this is actually the map that Envy, I don't remember who it was against, but this was the map that they won by 1 point on.
Oh, I believe that was against FaZe.
That was against FaZe?
I didn't get to watch the match personally. I was taking a break, but I heard that it was a very crazy match. I think they won the series 3-2, and they won by 1 point. So Envy, that's what I love about Envy, just because whenever you think they're going to lose, they kind of just show up and make it happen. You know, obviously they didn't have the run that they wanted to have at this PAX East event, but they took us out at Call of Duty Championships in losers bracket finals. And they started the day with like the most intimidating bracket because they lost early on to SB
in the first round, right?
On the first day, and they just goes to show you how many runs they can make in tournaments. Even when it was Merc, Rambo, Big Timer, and JCap in 2011 in Black Ops 1, I remember at Columbus we won our pool, but they ended up winning the tournament, coming all the way to those losers brackets. So that's why I'm a very big fan of Envy, but they just couldn't pull it out yesterday. And Curse LV, that's why they're going to be very fun to watch, because they stopped that momentum that Envy always comes away with.
Mm-hmm. And Curse LV is a team where once you get momentum in their favor, once they get the ball rolling, it's very tough to stop them. But you know, it's a double-edged sword, right? You know, if they're the ones getting stomped out, then it's going to be tough for them to come back.
And the same goes for SB, because they were tied up on that first side of Blitz. And the second side, they just got them into that spawn trap. Like I said, for 30 seconds, they took control of their base, and that won them the match. You could play a flawless side of Blitz for four minutes, but for a minute, if you mess up and allow your team to get stuck in your base, that's all she wrote. So SB is going to be looking to finish this out, get back into the grand finals, and move on as best as they can.
All right, so we're going to start this map off with watching Parasite, the captain of Curse Las Vegas. He's been using this vector most of the series, and he's been shredding kids with it. We'll see if he can keep it up, as it looks like he's going to break out over towards green. Going to walk right past the player here, but he gets taken out, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah, Miracle's going to be dropping a trophy over here on B-Dom, looking for some kills. He's going to have a confrontation coming from his green street, and he does not come away with it, but his teammate picks it up, gets wallbanged through caution, and now Parasite is going to be diving straight at that B flag and trying to pick up a kill, and he ends up taking that one, but he does get killed from B-Dom, and this is frantic. This is chaos.
Yeah, I feel like one thing that might have hurt Miracles there as he moved on to the B flag is he's using a trophy, but he doesn't have reflex on. And I feel like every time you're watching somebody with a trophy system on their class, they have the reflex part.
Sensor just picked up a great 2-piece to stop that push from Curse LV. Parasite with a nice kill of his own. And we are going back and forth on B-Dom. You know, usually you see someone take the advantage, but everybody's going up clutch with these kills, trying to pick up some hit markers on B-Dom. But it looks like that SB is going to get that capture.
Yeah, finally somebody captured that B flag, but now Parasite is going to say enough of this. Was trying to push all the way through the top of A, but unfortunately he got taken out before he was able to do so. But here comes Ricky pushing through research, and I think now's the moment where Ricky might want to think about bringing out an SMG.
I don't know. He's doing pretty well with this AR. I'm a firm believer in 4 SMGs on Sovereign Domination, but if he could get aggressive on this green sheet like he is and win those gunfights, I don't think he'll be able to do it consistently. I don't think it's going to happen as often as you just saw on your screen, but he does end up dying, but Parasite picking up the slack. 2 kills right there for Curse LV. They're going to be trying to get aggressive on B-Dom. I'd like to see Parasite get on this, but he ends up dying from Dito, who was just holding down that back caution with an AR. And Ricky's going top control right now, but Dito's doing a very good job of controlling the map for his team. That's the only reason I think an AR works, is if you can do it efficiently, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
I wouldn't mind if he was using an AR if they had control of B, but Ricky, he's going to be looking to cut off A. He gets taken out. Let's switch over to Strictly Business. They're the ones in the lead right now. Moving over to Saints. B flag was currently contested, but it looks like Strictly Business. Actually, that was captured by Curse Las Vegas, my fault, so it's going to be Strictly Business back on the offensive.
And talking about having 1 AR on this map, even if you do have control, I don't even know if it really gives you the advantage, because with how easy it is to get onto B Dom, and you don't have much time to react if you're not in the right position with that AR, teams can just capture it, even if there's 4 alive on the opposing team. So I want to see someone pull out an SMG from either Curse LV or SB, whether it's Dito or Ricky, and start getting more aggressive.
All right, here we go. Sensor just performed so well on that Freight Blitz. He's going to get shut down, but Saints, he's been a monster all weekend long, putting in some shots, but no kill, and all 4 go down for Strictly Business. This is 100% going to be a B cap for Curse LV.
Yeah, and this is what LV needed. They need to get some kills, get control of B Dom, and put some points back on the board, because right now they're at a 13-point deficit, and they need to start racking up some points if they don't want to go into the second side just like they did on Strike Zone.
Yeah, this is what Ricky's doing with the assault rifle, just locking it on the top, but he gets singled out there by Sensor, and 3 down for Curse LV. Parasite is in a position to try to pick up the kills, but they're also losing C.
Yeah, so they did go 3 down, but you had a player overextending on that C flag, and he's most likely neutralized it already. Big gunfight over at Caution, and he's staying alive and picks up the kill. Sensor destroying Ricky right there with a very, very important kill.
And now Strictly Business have all 3 flags under their control. Saints trying to get this cut off at C, turning around, taking out Miracles, while Sensor took out Mud Dog. B flag contested, but there's only 1 member on it. Strictly Business make quick work of Ricky, I believe it was, and they're going to cap B right back.
If you're sitting at home, watch these players initiate gunfights, because they don't wait until their scope is all the way up to start shooting. As soon as they can possibly get out of that sprint and start hip firing, that's what every player would do. I'm trying to improve that myself, because I feel like I lose a lot of gunfights when I don't do that. But Saints is a perfect example. Right now he's on a 5-kill streak, 14-7 with 3 captures. And every gunfight you see him initiate, it's hip fire first, and then he brings up the red dot. And that just goes to show you the centering that a lot of pro players have, and that's why they are as good as they are.
Not just centering, with the recent increase in the usage of steady aim, a lot of players will actually get the first few shots with the hip fire and then finish off as they're aiming in. So steady aim, I believe it was TP on stream saying that it was a must-use.
Yeah, and when you have metagame like you do in Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghosts, you see a lot of players playing more selfish. And I think every team has at least 1 or 2 players that'll have those selfish classes on. Will have lightweight, marathon, and steady aim. You see it a lot from Crim6. You see it a lot from Saints. You see it a lot from Scumpy. Players like that. I don't get to see a lot of perk setups for Complexity, but I would imagine they have a few players that do that just because of all of their unbelievable gun skill. But right now, SB is actually blowing out Curse LV in this first side. Deja Vu back to Strike Zone Dom. They're going to have a very significant advantage going into the second side, and they're just playing extremely, extremely well.
27 points is going to be the lead for Strictly Business going to half. Now, talking a bit more about Marathon and Agility, I believe the perk is called, or Lightweight. If you were to take one of those off to try to free up some points, which one would you choose to take off?
That's a really tough question, because I really like playing the Lightweight Marathon just because I feel like I'm playing too slow when I don't. It's weird. When I play Call of Duty, I feel like there's a lot of fluidity to how you play the game. When you get on a kill streak, it just feels like you're making the right decisions, making the right movements. But when I run an AR and I don't have Marathon, or if I run an SMG where I try to put stuns on, some tacticals, some lethals, or maybe blast shield or tac resist, and I don't have that Marathon perk, I feel like I'm just out of place.
Just moving too slow.
Yeah, and I don't pick up a lot of kills. So I think a lot of players have their preferences, but if I were to give up anything, it would have to be Marathon, because I need that lightweight, I need that fast-paced movement, and that's really important for SMGs in Call of Duty.
I actually take off. I take off Lightweight instead of Marathon.
Do you?
Yeah, I just like sprinting for long periods of time. As opposed to
I know Complexity and Black Ops 2 found out that the timings with Lightweight and Marathon, I don't know the specifics of it, but I would love to know the amount of time it takes to get from A-Dom to B-Dom and when you have Marathon and no Lightweight, or the time it takes to get from the same point with Lightweight instead of Marathon. I know with an assault rifle, a lot of trend that we've seen is people taking and putting a pistol on their secondary, and they can get to that point just as fast as somebody using an SMG. We see Clayster do it a lot. I think I've seen a lot of other ARs do it specifically, but there's a lot of trends with the metagame that players use to get those small advantages that make a very big difference.
All right, so going into the second side of Sovereign Domination here, what does Curse Las Vegas have to do differently to keep their life or just to stay alive in the tournament?
They need to come out hot. They can't get into that scruffle that they had at B-Dom early on. It took a good 45 seconds to a minute for SB to get the capture on B-Dom. We need to see Curse LV sling out at the start, come out very hot out of the gates, and pick up some kills early. If not, I think the first minute really is going to decide this game if they can make the comeback.
So Strictly Business, since they have a lead, of course, that means Curse Las Vegas, they have to make the first move towards B. Are Strictly Business going to try to straight counter that and maybe run right towards LV's home flag?
It's tough to say. I'm going to look out for Sensor trying to make a play, maybe go underground or overextend. But to be honest with you, all they really have to do is play straight up. A lot of times, if you have a lead, you might try and get creative so that you can counter what the other team is going to be doing. But sometimes that's not good because it doesn't work out, and then it puts you in a hole, and then you got to work out of your base. Even though they do have a very good cushion, I think they're going to be playing pretty straight up, just like they did on the first side, and just go kill for kill, cap for cap, and close it out.
Yeah, you saw that example a lot in Capture the Flag overtime. A lot of teams would cap the flag in like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I would just play defense for 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It never works out.
Oh, man. I had a heartbreaking loss in 2011, and we were playing against Fear. It was, what was the map with all the sandbags? Firing range.
Firing range, yeah.
Firing range capped the flag. We capped the flag within like 45 seconds, and this was for top 3. And we had the flag, 45 seconds. We had to capture and just hold them off. And Fear came out and captured the flag in like 35 seconds because we turtled in our base and we got all 4 down. So I don't want to see SB do anything too creative. I want to see them play normal, go kill for kill, pound for pound, just like they say in basketball, boxing, whatever it is. Play straight up, and they're going to be on their way to victory and into the grand finals just like they were at regionals.
I actually have a similar story. In 2011 at Nationals in Providence when I was on Extravagant, we were going up against Team Envy. First round matchup for us. There was no pool play at that event. It was just a straight bracket. So this is for the win. Firing range, capture the flag. They cap a flag, and I believe it was 33 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they're on top side, which is where the bathrooms are, which is where you spawn at wood. All they really had to do was push up a little bit and stun us. If they stunned us once, it was game over. There's no way we were going to cap it. So what Rambo and I did was we both took off Dead Silence. We put on Extreme Conditioning with smokes. And back then, you couldn't double up on perks.
Right.
So we just run up straight to the middle map. What Envy did is they all turtled inside the bathrooms. So I think Bob stunned like 3 people in bathrooms. We pulled the flag, ran it right down jungle, and we capped it for the win.
I think I remember that. And
that's crazy.
When you guys were on Extravagant, wasn't it you, Rambo,
Karma,
and
Bob?
Oh, it was Bobby. Okay, so you guys were playing against Envy, and that was his old team.
Yeah.
Bobby and I were on Envy for a little bit, but that I miss Capture the Flag, dude. I really do. They had some great matches. Black Ops 2, very intense. You had like the sentry guns in the back, all the trophy systems. It was just a joy to play, man. And with those intense matchups that you would have, Capture the Flag was so nerve-wracking.
The only thing I didn't like about Black Ops 2 was that I never saw anybody but myself use a Black Hat Engineer class.
Whoa. Please, my friend. No, I actually didn't start using it until the end. I felt like such a cool guy running into their base with that Black Hat and
you could hack it from across the map.
Taking out their sentry gun. I was like, that was me.
I remember
See you
one
later,
time,
sentry gun.
I was on Pro Scrims one time. It was Slums Capture the Flag. I was on the middle fountain. They had the sentry gun all the way in the back, like on their flag towards the anchor spot for the garage hill.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped and started hacking it through the wall, and I destroyed it from halfway across the map.
That's the way to do it. So we're going to get back into this game. Sorry for the short delay, but we're going to be hopping on board right away with SB Apthy running an AR. So we might see them, and Dino has an AR as well. So
that's a little weird.
Yeah.
You don't see this much on Sovereign.
I think they're just going to be playing for the kills in the lane, and so that Sensor and Saints can hop on the flag. I kind of like this idea just because they're going to be playing for those kills early on to stop any momentum that Curse LV is trying to build going into the second side.
Yeah, you see right here, Apathy running with the pistol. Shots going down as it looked like maybe he was trying to go for overextend towards A, but B-Flag gets captured straight away by Curse Las Vegas. Apathy trying to do some slaying. 2 down for both teams. The jump shot over towards Yellow Star is not going to connect as he's the only one on B, but it looks like his teammates are defending him. He might be able to recap it.
Yeah, he's definitely got to neutralize at this point, but you see Curse LV, if you look at your mini-map, they're overextending through Snake, and it looks like they're going to be going for that C push. One player's going to be cutting off top control. Players from Green, from SB, pushing up, and they're actually going to be retreating back to their C flag. I want to see Curse LV get extremely aggressive on B-Dom as quickly as possible. And you guys can see he didn't go for the capture there. He neutralized it, given his time, stalling for his team to push up towards B. And if they can pick up that kill of caution, they're going to be able to 2-cap B, while Miracles picks up another kill at C. Very, very important play, but he's going to get taken out from behind, and they're going to hop on C and try and get some pressure on B-Dom.
I think that's perfectly fine. Even though Miracles didn't get the capture on C, he neutralized it immediately. 3 members from Strictly Business ran back, 2 committed to the C flag, but all the time he wasted there, drawing 2 members of Strictly Business out of position, allowed his team to recap the B flag, but once again, Strictly Business just jumping right on it. 3 down right now for Curse Las Vegas. Ricky, last one standing, takes out Saints, but B now in the sole possession of Strictly Business.
Yeah, hopefully we see LV switch over to 4 SMGs, because I think they know at this point they need to get aggressive. It's time to start playing for the win and just putting it all on the line and hoping that you can just win those gunfights, get on B-Dom. And they pick up a nice kill over there with trophies down, and Miracles with a huge play on Apathy. And they're going to get this B capture, and SB is now trying to work out of their base and get these kills.
Yeah, if Curse Las Vegas hold this 2-cap for the remainder of the game, they will win. So all they got to do is make sure they don't lose any flags, and they maintain the ones that they're holding on to, and they should be able to walk away with a victory here.
Yeah, and Ricky tries to get shots down on B-Dom, but unfortunately he ends up dying, and Miracle's a nice kill on Saints to stop that B push. SB is getting very aggressive on Snake. It looks like they might be trying to overextend towards that A flag, but they are getting stopped, and SB with a 3-piece, and Miracle's now the Lone Ranger over at A.
Yeah, and look at these spawns. I'm surprised nobody from Strictly Business actually jumped right onto that B flag, because all of Curse LV, they were so far back in their base, but now SB jumping onto B, but LV has a chance to fight for it.
Yeah, and Apathy, I like that play. He ends up getting the capture and then picks up another kill. At Caution, just staring down that green lane. He's going to be pushing through, maybe trying to flank Courtyard. He's going to have a tough time getting both those players off B-Dom. He connects with some shots, doesn't end up getting the kill, gets shot from behind, and now SB, they just swap the flag. And that's why Sovereign is so hectic, because you have so many captures, so many switches of who's controlling what, and now Dito with a nice kill sitting back balcony.
All right, so Dito bringing the assault rifle back out. He gets shot down. Let's switch over to Sensor. He has, well, I mean, everybody from Strictly Business around the same area in terms of kills, 7, 8, 7, 9. And really only Mud Dog just not up in that group just yet. But here comes Sensor. He's going to throw down that trophy on B domination, but one player set up near Caution. That's going to be Ricky, who still has that assault rifle in his hands.
Yeah, and Curse LV right now has a 13-point advantage, and you see you have a minute and a half left. So they need to capture B as quickly as possible, so that when it gets down to a minute in, they won't have to go for a 3-cap. Parasite trying to pick up a nice 2-piece, and he does connect on those shots. He's going to get on this B-Down flag and even challenge at Caution. Does pick up the kill, but unfortunately dies off the B flag from a nade from Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky, maybe a missed grenade there, but it looks like in the end, Curse Las Vegas, they will still be able to capture B flag, and this is a game right now. The overall deficit, I believe, is only like 13 points. So Strictly Business, they can win with a 2-cap. They can tie. 2-cap, but like maybe 1 point, it's going to be close.
Yeah, and with how hard it is to hold a 2-cap on Sovereign Domination, they need to try and get him off it as quickly as possible. But it's very hard to hold a 2-cap for a minute straight.
Yeah, especially on this map. There's just no straight angle that you can watch B from. You have to challenge from some area on the map.
Yeah, and SP's going to take it back. 40 seconds left. Curse LV needs to make plays right now. Maybe get a 3-cap, but with how they're positioned and where they spawn, it's not looking too good for Curse LV. We may see SB moving on to the grand finals.
Yeah, it could be possible. 30 seconds remaining now. So 13 points separating them on the second side, 14 overall. I think that's going to do it right there. You're going to see Strictly Business versus Complexity in the grand finals.
And if you look at SB at the leaderboard, how evenly matched they are with all of their kills, that just goes to show you they're working at the team. Obviously, they didn't win the side statistically, but they ended up winning the match. And great plays all around from SB. Unfortunately, we're going to see Curse LV eliminated from the tournament with a nice third-place
I'm sure they're happy with that
finish. And now we are going to be looking at these teams as they shake hands, showing the team camaraderie. Ricky there, Miracles, Sensor on screen. It's just fun to see them with some good sports after that match.
All right, so first match of the day, Strictly Business versus Complexity. They lose that 3-0. Second match, you just saw him beat Curse Las Vegas 3-1. Now they're definitely warmed up 100%. We're going to see if the result is going to change. Aches, you guys worried about this next match? Yeah, Aches is a little worried. He's going up against 2-time national champion Sensor. So it's going to be a great match nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. These teams are going to be getting set up soon here. We're going to drop to a commercial break, and then coming up.
All right, guys, we have the
moment of truth.
Unfiltered moment of truth. No
Unfiltered moment of truth.
Yet.
Instant replay, bringing it up from after the commercial break. We're going to be going to the unfiltered moment of truth. So we'll be right back, and then we'll be bringing you that instant replay. Goodbye.